Mr. Subramanian Swamy, the original petitioner in this entire matter. Mr. Swamy, thank you for speaking to us, sir. The Herald House, or the fourth floor of the National Herald office, actually has been sealed now by the Enforcement Directorate following raids that were conducted there yesterday. How do you see things playing out?
Well, first of all, let it be two things. Let be clear. One is most of the floors have been rented out, either to the Tatas or to some foreign company, passport office, and so on. So, and there's only one floor where there's an office, and that is the Young Indians office on the fourth floor. And that's where the documents were there. And in the examination or the interrogation by the ED, they were not forthcoming. They said everything was done by Motilal Vora, and he's got all the documents and this, that, etc. They were just playing with the ED in that sense. So the ED had no alternative but to enter the thing. The building actually is not in the control of the Associated Journals or the Young Indian, because the Urban Development Ministry had filed a thing that they have built this building has been built illegally, and it was meant for only a printing press, but they are now using it for renting out to commercial companies, etc. So they got a stay in the Supreme Court, and the matter has to be completed. Right. But already they have lost in the High Court, and so the fact of the matter is that the building is only nominally Herald House. It's in the hands of the. It's a sealed one, and there is a stay, but the stay only lets them go into the office and nothing else. So
and if the entry to the office, Dr. Swamy, has been restricted now by the Enforcement Directorate, and we're specifically talking about the Young Indian office on the fourth floor of the Herald House, do you suspect that something incriminating might have been found during the searches conducted yesterday by the Enforcement Directorate, which is why they're trying to seal the place?
Bound to be. See, you have such a vast amount of documents, chartered accountants' notes, and so on. And when you have done something like this, which is a gigantic scam, you're bound to find documents when you go there, because even these people wouldn't have had any time to destroy it, because that would have been itself a crime. So they probably thought nobody will ever come there. I don't know what which fool's paradise they were living, but the fact of the matter is, always in any raid of any company, the documents are always available up to some extent to point to their criminality.
And a final question to you, Dr. Swamy. Several rounds of questioning already for Rahul Gandhi, at least 5 occasions when he was summoned by the ED. Sonia Gandhi has been summoned thrice. Then we had the raids yesterday at Herald House, and now the sealing of the office. What do you think is next?
I think they should be taken to jail and had custodial interrogation, because they have been behaving in a manner which is totally unhelpful to getting to the truth. I mean, they have been telling lies. There's the whole lie about passing off the thing to Motilal Vora. That itself is shocking. So I think I would expect that there will be custodial interrogation in Tihar jail.
Right. Thanks a lot for your response there, Dr. Swamy. Of course, you filed that petition way back in 2012, and that's where matters have reached right now, where the office of Young Indian on the fourth floor of Herald House has been sealed by the Enforcement Directorate, restricting anybody's entry without any prior permission. Let me in fact go back across to Pranesh, who's joining us from the newsroom in Noida. Pranesh, like we said earlier, this is something that follows a series of steps already having been initiated by the Enforcement Directorate with respect to summoning the Gandhis, and then of course conducting the raids at Herald House yesterday.
And more importantly, on the back of the letter written by opposition parties in which they are objecting to the SC's clean sheet, the go-ahead that was given to the Enforcement Directorate in crackdown in money laundering cases. This is the document that Priyank Tripathi has accessed. You see the seal of the ED here says it is hereby ordered that the premises not be opened without prior permission from the Directorate of Enforcement. B block, the address, name of the officer, Assistant Director Kuldeep Singh, and we have the exact reason. The reason why the office has been sealed, it's not the Herald House that has been sealed. It is only the Young India office that is situated on the 4th floor and that has been sealed. And the reason, Siddharth, is that when the ED officers went in there, there was no one. So because of no cooperation, the ED decided to seal this place, and this place will remain sealed till the Enforcement Directorate officials hears from the concerned party in this, people who look after this office.